there's something coming into your life this month, something huge, a manifestation, something that you've been trying to create for a while now. And this month, it's coming. It is actually coming into your reality this month, but there's one thing that you've been doing, and that's the reason why it didn't come last month or the month before that. It's something, it's massively huge. It's something you've been trying to create in your reality for some time, okay? And why I'm making this video, yes, this video is for you, and I feel that this is true for you watching this video, and you're gonna know here in a second that it's something that you've been doing and you need to stop doing. And that is talking to other people about this manifestation. You don't need to talk to anyone. Stop talking, and this door will open right now, and this manifestation, this thing you've been trying to create within your reality, is going to come to you. Stop talking to other people about what's going on, what visualizations you're doing, what you're manifesting, and when you think this thing's gonna come. You're trying to create beliefs within yourself. You're trying to create this belief by talking to other people, whether that's family or friends or whoever it may be. Don't talk about your manifestations until after you get your manifestations, and then you probably, just to help other people or coach other people about how to manifest. That's the only time you need to talk about what you're manifesting. Yes, if you're coaching somebody on how to manifest, yes, tell them how it's done. Teach them how to do it, but don't talk about what you're creating unless they're creating the same thing for themselves or for you. Don't talk about it. And I know you're watching this and you've been wondering where your manifestation is, and you're talking to other people, you're saying, I'm manifesting this much money, or I'm creating this in my reality. Very, very soon it's gonna come any day, or I already have it, or whatever you're saying, but you don't actually believe that you have it, and you're trying to solidify this belief within yourself that you already have it, when you should already feel that you have it. And the only reason it's not in your reality right now is because you're talking about it. Stop talking about your manifestation right now. Talk about other manifestations that you created within your reality. Talk to other people about that, that's fine, because you already have that, okay? Unless you truly feel that you have manifested that and you are 100% certain, not just a belief, but you know that to be true within your reality right now. That's the only time you should ever talk about your manifestation. That's the only reason that you don't know it to be true, because otherwise you wouldn't be talking about it with anyone, okay? This is a huge thing that you've been doing, and we've all done it in the past, and I've coached people on it, and I've had people coach me on it when I was trying to create things when I first started, like my grandfather. I went to my grandfather and I said, I've been manifesting like these small things, but all the big things that I've been trying to create within my reality haven't been coming to me. They just, I'm not getting them. I don't know why. And he says, the first thing that he says is, are you talking about what you're manifesting with other people? And I said, yeah, I've talked a little bit about it. He said, that's why you never got it. He says, as an example, this is what you're doing, okay? When you are visualizing something or trying to manifest something into your world, and it could be something big, it could be something mediocre, or even small, okay? It's like planting a seed in the ground, watering that seed, and it's good. You know it's going to come. You've planted the seed. You've germinated everything perfectly, and the seed is getting plenty of sun. You're living in your wish fulfilled. But every time you talk about your manifestation, it's like digging that seed out of the ground and showing people. You said, look at this seed, look at this manifestation, and then you have to rebury it, and then you're damaging the integrity of that seed, of the process of the manifestation. You have to stop this. Okay, I've manifested a tremendously great life, and it all started to happen when I stopped talking about stuff, when I'm using, and of course, developing my attention and my present moment awareness and learning how to visualize, okay? But when my grandfather told me this, I stopped talking about it because that made sense to me. Because if I'm planting a seed in the ground, and that's my manifestation is going to bloom. And that's what my grandfather was referring to. You plant a seed in the ground, you don't want to keep digging it back up and showing people, here's my manifestation, and then reburying it. The chances of it becoming a beautiful, fruitful tree, or your manifestation to come into fruition, you're lowering those chances, sometimes destroying the seed altogether. So remember that. And it's really a part, what I realized too, my grandfather told me that, it was me not truly believing in the manifestation, because they were all bigger things that I was trying to create within my reality. And once I actually realized that it was actually the reason why I was showing other people is for other people to create a belief within me. And then I thought that if I convinced other people within my reality that this was going to happen, that it would solidify the manifestation in itself. But there's really no one else but you as it relates to your manifestation, unless that person is trying to create the same thing or they're working on the same thing with you. And then it's okay to do that. But you still don't need to talk about it with each other. You're just both doing the imaginal work. You know, the imaginal act in your own minds and creating that new identity. And what that did for me when I was talking about it is it's creating this identity within me where I don't actually feel that I have it, because I'm talking about it. I'm talking, trying to create that belief and that knowing within my reality. And that's what was keeping it from coming to me. That's why this video has come to you, is because there's something that you're trying to create right now within your reality, and you're just wondering why it hasn't come yet. You want to blame manifestation. You want to blame Neville Goddard. You want to blame Joseph Murphy or Wayne Dyer or whoever, or Joe Dispenza, whoever. You want to blame it on me. You blame it on me. No, that's not the problem. The problem is you're talking about it because you don't believe in it. Okay, and the moment you stop talking about it, you get into that character, that state of consciousness where you don't have to talk about it. You feel no need to talk about it. That's when it comes to you this month. Okay, that's when it all is going to come to you this month. And there's nothing that you can't create. There's nothing that you can't create. You have to step into that identity where you just don't talk. You're a doer. You know, you're just creating things within your reality. Then nobody actually knows what you're doing. And they're just wondering, wow, this person is just, wow, look what they're doing in their life. You know, they're like, this person's amazing. Whether they envy you, or they're jealous of you, or they're proud of you, it all depends, you know, on the person. But that's what you're going to be creating within your reality once you identify that state of consciousness within you. And this is why the video came to you, because you got to stop talking about it right now. Don't talk about any manifestation with anyone. After you get it, then you can talk about it. After you get your manifestation, feel free to talk about it all you want. But until that happens, don't do it, because you're just digging that seed out of the ground. My grandfather taught me this a long time ago, and I started having wild success after that. And but I still had to develop my attention and present moment awareness afterwards through different exercises to really get myself to that next level. But that way I could visualize properly, because I thought I had like aphantasia for a while, because I couldn't see anything in my imagination when I closed my eyes, but really it was all instant gratification. My attention was just, I didn't have attention. I couldn't focus on anything for longer than 10 seconds. And if you can't focus on anything longer than 10 seconds, you sure can't visualize something very clearly in your imagination, let alone see pictures in your imagination, or a vivid event to make re-identify yourself within the simulation as the person that you want to be and all the things that you want to have. So remember that as you're going forward. This video came to you for that reason. Stop talking about your manifestations, what you are manifesting right now, because when you do, you're digging that seed out of the ground and you're showing people, and then you're reburying it, and you're showing people, and then you're reburying it, and that seed more than likely is not going to come into fruition. It's just what I've experienced and many other people. And because, like I said before, it's demonstrating your lack of belief and knowing that manifestation is going to come to you. And it's showing you what state of consciousness you're in, because you feel like the need to talk about it. And that's just not the way to do it. So it's going to come to you. There's something crazy, massive, huge, and each one of you, or you in particular, know exactly what that is, and it's going to come to you this month. All right? Just stop talking about it, because now the seed is, and if you're worried that you've already talked too much, don't think that way. Just don't talk about it anymore. There's still a few weeks left in this month. It's going to come to you. Just end the talking. End the talking. Bury the seed. Start watering it again right now. Revisualize. Do what you need to do. Step into that state of consciousness and let it sit. Let it come into fruition on its own. Do not talk about it anymore, and you will be fine. I know that. I've done that. I've been through that. Stopped talking about it, and then it came. Okay? But that's what's been keeping it from coming. So remember that. And be grateful. Always be grateful. Okay? When you're manifesting stuff, say you go to bed tonight, you're visualizing whatever you're creating, just focus on being grateful tomorrow. Wake up in the morning and write down 5 things that you're grateful for and 3 reasons why each one of those things you're grateful for specifically. Why are you grateful for this thing? And if it's, I'm grateful for my dog. Why are you grateful for your dog? Because he's a great companion. Because I love his personality. Because of the way that he makes me feel. He's just, because of his eyes, because of his coat, because he's, whatever it may be in your own reality. Identify 3 things specifically about that thing that you're grateful for in as much detail as you can, because that opens up your mind to gratitude. And Neville Goddard said it best. The most simple and effective way to live in your wish fulfilled is to simply be grateful. And if you're falling asleep, visualizing and feeling yourself to be that identity and waking up and being grateful for everything in your life, listen, everything that you ever dreamed of is gonna happen. Especially if you stop talking about it. No more talking about it. All right, guys, I love you. And don't talk about it. I'll see you in the next one.